we all started talking about everyone else and not forgetting that she was there, but not talking about it as much, and talking about Sarah, talking about Demi, and then she just came out and,
She did. I don't think we ever forgot about her for sure. We were watching and waiting, knowing how much she had prepared, of course. But I think that first day was her first kind of like whoopsie a bit. Like she kind of looks back and she was like, oh no, where is everybody? Maybe I don't want to come out of the closet that soon. But I mean, like we said yesterday, it's just pure masterclass. And looking at all the interviews and what the writers are posting, I mean, Pauline is like literal next level.
Welcome back to the Move podcast. Mari, Allie, thank you so much. It's been a heck of a 9 days.
It's flown by.
It has flown by, and I can tell you what else flew. Pauline was flying.
Bravo, Pauline.
I mean, what a boss
display.
ride, and she was just so clearly dominant. But I didn't see coming today.
I'm the one who called it.
And you called it. Mari called it as we were watching. But before we get into all the action, for the last time for 2025, Mel. What did we do today?
Stage 9. Phrase sur Arly to Châtel. Les portes des soleils. Phrase sur Arly to Châtel. Les portes des soleils.
What a way to end.
I know, but with Anna here in the studio, I feel like Mel should be here doing these live right now.
Mel is not here, but Anna speaks French. Next year, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think we should do it.
Pauline. By the way, it was an exciting day. This wasn't just we had a GC shakeup. We had a yellow jersey, just triple reinforced that she was head and shoulders above everybody else.
But it went from the gun.
It did.
The green jersey going from the gun.
Yeah, we got to dive into that. I mean, turning on the TV this morning, love on the weekends that we got to watch from kilometer 0 all the way to the finish. Super exciting stages. But also, you guys, we would not be here watching the Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift without Zwift. So I also, obviously the title sponsor of the Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift. Sponsor of our show. And I just wanted to start out just saying thank you to Zwift. Yep. Without Zwift, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to watch this masterclass of women's cycling on our TV screens. You guys listening to us on Peacock or wherever you're doing your podcast. And Zwift is just doing rad things in cycling. Recently rolling out their Cog and Click right here. And so you can just set no cassette change, no bike drama. Literally use any bike you have, put on a Zwift ready trainer, Wahoo kicker like I use, Garmin Jet Black, Elite, Decathlon. And the prices start at only $299. And we got our money's worth watching today's race with that for sure. And don't forget to pair your Zwift companion app to get your outdoor rides to count to your indoor Zwift fitness score. And I'm seeing Lance's Zwift fitness score increasing with his chance of riding with Pauline soon, I think.
Yes, I tell you. I told you.
Mine's going up tomorrow morning because I have my ride at 7:30 Mountain. So on Zwift, yes.
Find Mari on Zwift.
Me.
Group ride?
Group ride, yes.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, no, old Pauline, when she wants to go for a bike ride with me, I just need like 30 days notice. I'll be ready.
So not a coffee ride?
Let's generalize it for now, but give me 30 days. I'll be ready.
Well, we've talked to Pauline. We feel like this is going to happen.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
We'll get on that. And our last sponsor here, not what that I'm talking about, is Hyperice. And watching the start of the race, I'm going to say a lot of those ladies were using some Hyperice products last night because that race went ballistic from the gun. So, Lance, you've been using Normatec boots since, I don't know, dark ages, I think.
15 years.
Yeah. But now they're definitely the gold standard of compression. They're now cordless, compact, and powerful. And so these ladies were probably in their buses on their transfer last night, using the Normatec. And then they also have this Hyper boot, which, I mean, I'm wearing combat boots today, but I could be wearing Hyper boots. And you can wear them like at breakfast on your way to training. So it's all about just keeping that blood flow moving, your legs fresh between stages, life. Maybe on your way to your golf match later, Lance. But for the listeners, The Move. Use the code The Move for 15% off. So the code The Move for 15% off of all Hyperice tech and $100 off of the new Hyper Boot Recovery. And Liz, our beautiful photographer, has been using the products because taking pictures is really exhausting. So the code The Move.
She thought it was 56 days. As we were watching that, she said, well, I'm on day 56. And I'm like, 28, maybe. I think it's been 28 days.
You were like impressing us with your math this morning, actually.
no. I was, Plano East Senior High, baby. We can, know how many days it takes to do 2 tours. But back to Pauline. I mean, it was just, we were reflecting, like even going, as I look back at those early stages, she looked, look, I guess there's probably some question marks. She jumps over to the road. She states her goal to win the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. So you never know, right? This is even the career she's had. She had to have some questions. She just, upon reflection, she was in control the whole time. Not just, and I mean in every aspect of the game, uphill, downhill, positioning in the peloton.
But she played it so smart too. I mean, we saw what she could.
Today.
We saw her acceleration on the first day, and what she did in that lead out, and everyone was talking about it. But then she hit out and really just kind of played it cool, and we all started talking about everyone else, and not forgetting that she was there, but not talking about it as much, and talking about Sarah, talking about Demi, and then she just came out and.
She did. I don't think we ever forgot about her for sure. We were watching and waiting, knowing how much she had prepared, of course. But I think that first day was her first kind of like whoopsie a bit. Like she kind of looks back and she was like, oh no, where is everybody? Maybe I don't want to come out of the closet that soon. But I mean, like we said yesterday, it's just pure masterclass. And looking at all the interviews and what the writers are posting, I mean, Pauline is like literal next level. I mean, at first they're disappointed that they're not up with her. They're losing so many minutes on this climb yesterday. And then they're like, their post-race interviews immediately is, oh man, I had a bad day, this and that. They download their power files later and they're like, that actually was the best day of my life.
My career day. Just to put it in context, Demi Vollering gets second. She's 3 minutes and 42 seconds behind. Kasia Niewiadoma moves up into third. We'll talk about that because there was a lot going on for this fight / drama. For this fight for the podium, primarily in and around Sarah Gigante, which lots of thoughts there, and lots of understanding too. I mean, this is a hard game, and it's yes, you have to go uphill, but you also have to go downhill.
Yeah.
So lots of thoughts there. But if you frame it up, right, so she's 3:42 ahead of Demi, who's in second. If you just doubled that, you went another 3:42 between second and sixth place. Are within 3:42. So that shows you where the field is. And then there's, sort of up here in the stratosphere is Pauline. I mean, it's that much better.
In every discipline of our sport.
Yeah.
Gravel, road, mountain bike. But like it said, Lance said, BMX better watch out.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But this morning, though, I thought it was just so exciting. We knew it was going to be a hard stage. Started on that 15K descent. We know where SD Works and Kasia said last night, like, it's game on these descents. I'm going to make my time up in GC on this. We're going full gas. And kilometer 0, Weebus attacks from the gun. She's like, I know I don't want to call her the Hulk, but it is just great in that green jersey. And SD Works woke up, and I said I'd give one last kitten analogy, Lance, but like my cat, SD Works woke up this morning and just chose violence. They were just like, violence, yes, here we go. And they went and attacked and attacked.
Anna van der Breggen.
They gave no pucks.
Yeah.
Anna was impressive.
I thought that was a gutsy ride. I mean, why not, right? With all her experience, and I don't know what, look, they're going to leave with a green jersey. There's talk, I think they probably leave a little disappointed overall, right? But so Anna, being the warrior that she is, she said, no, I'm going to send it. And I thought that was a heck of a ride.
She attacked so many times, finally the peloton was just like, basta, go up the road, please, this is hurting.
And I mean, it was a great way to play it because, say something had happened and Sarah had gotten back, those girls might not have chased so hard on her, and maybe she would have survived a little longer, it would have changed the whole game. So being up front like that and pushing was awesome for SD Works. I thought they really came out to go for
they
it.
They did. Chose violence this morning.
They chose violence.
Just like Puck, gave no pucks.
Especially when they had 3 riders up there at one point.
Yeah, Lada's attacking. You got 1-2 punches. It was really exciting. And Anna had a beautiful ride. I did see the 2 chinks in Pauline's armor I saw today she did say she felt a little pressure in the yellow jersey. She did get gapped off in that beginning. There's 2 pelotons forming. And she said that she just kind of got in her head, and then she was like, wait, what am I doing? I'm going to get at the front, and then I'm going to win in yellow.
Right. I'm not sure I buy that.
Yeah, exactly.
She's pretty in control. Yeah.
The second
She got
chink.
a little isolated.
She did. She got isolated. Second chink, she sat in the podium, like post-race thing, and she said, I think I'm just going to sit here for a while. She got a little tired, I think, after today. Maybe.
She was, these were full efforts. I mean, I think we watched and we saw it yesterday, and you also saw it today. That's the first, those 2 times were the first times her face looked different, where that was sort of a grimace. It was kind of a, it's TV speculating, oh, she's cracking a small smile. I was like, I actually think she's going as hard as she can go right now.
That was a suffering smile.
And that's a suffer smile. Like, where's the finish line?
Yeah.
But
I think that smile came at about 200 meters to go when it became an actual smile.
But what a champion. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're telling her to go, and I'm like, she is going as hard as she can.
You can't help yourself. Like, you're watching and you're like, you're like, go now, go now, go harder. And of course, not listening. And I think it takes, it takes a certain character. She doesn't have to do that, right? She has minutes in front, and there is, I'm sure there's a part of the world that's like, oh, why don't you just ride in and let somebody else have the stage? And it takes some guts to say, no, I'm in the yellow jersey, and it's not always popular to just go back out and just destroy people again. The little bit that I know about her, she doesn't care about that. She wants to win bike races.
She's also a French woman in France, winning the Tour de France. I mean, I think she wants to get in front of her people and put on a good show. And
boy, the amount of people out and the signs.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about it a lot, and I think maybe early on the listener would think, they're just these. I'm telling you, the base of Jouplan, that looked like the Tour de France, period. And then there were people all day long, and obviously she's. I can't imagine another female French athlete that's bigger in that country right now. I mean, her people were out.
Oh,
they
man.
were out.
Everybody was out for her, including us. And, it's kind of fun. I bet, when she said that she's going over to road, signs this contract with Visma Lease a Bike, leaving Ineos that didn't want to invest in women's road cycling. I bet Ineos is sitting there somewhere going, maybe I should have done a women's road team. Also, she had this really cute interview. I did the Pauline hair yesterday. I have long blonde hair. I'm a big fan. Liz and I are blondies here, and Anna too. And it's really cute though. She signs this contract and she wins Paris-Roubaix, her first, and they put a cap on her. And she was like, crap, my agent and I didn't put like a no cap clause. Like, she didn't want to wear a hat. She's so used to doing her top knot and her tight ponytail. And now she's like, I feel like a policeman in my hat. Okay. But now she said she's getting used to it. That's an update on Pauline's hair for everyone that's interested.
Let me just tell you something. I don't know what she's doing tonight, but no. Listen, don't get weird. All right, I know it's been 9 days. Y'all are tired. It's been a lot of days for me. I'm tired. Don't get weird. It's not. Let me say this again.
I don't even know where you're going with it.
I know you don't. Well, Allie's got
I'm not getting weird.
She has her mind in the gutter. Let me say this.
I'm off the back.
All right. I don't know what Pauline's doing tonight. But wherever she is, and you own a bank in that area, I'd double lock the doors because this woman can just walk in right now and just take the money. I mean, in France, like, it's just, you want it? All right, doors open. If you own the bank, you better stand guard.
National hero.
So do you want to dive into the descending yet, or do you want to?
Well, let's look. I mean, I think it might be the biggest. I mean, look, we expected Pauline to hold on to yellow. We didn't expect her to just stamp it like that, but great for her. But I think the biggest story of the day is Sarah Gigante and her, not just her lack of descending skills. And I want to talk about this, and I want to honor the fact that these are some, I said it yesterday, the descent off Jouplan is terrifying. It really is. And thank God the roads were dry. You throw some rain on those roads, everybody is terrified. And so, but she struggled immensely. It cost her dearly, right? She goes from second in GC. What did we see? Second down to sixth. On GC because of descending, right? You think that happens in cycling when somebody gets dropped badly or bonks on a climb and just can't. That happens. To see it happen on a downhill, that I felt for her, because I think, and we were talking a lot about this, descending is, I think, sort of 50% genetics. Where they're just folks that They're just a little more coordinated, a little more fearless. And then there's another 50% that you can train, right? You can know the course exceptionally well. If you can't descend, then you have to spend time knowing every inch, not of the climb, but of the downhill, because you know you're going to get dropped. And then there's just ways, ride with other people, learn their tricks of the trade, like learn how to descend. This was brutal.
I mean, that's kind of the point. I know she went and trained on some of the descents is what they had been talking about, but being on them with people who are really good and trying to push it at speed, because there's a difference between riding it, slowly and kind of understanding where the turns are versus trying to take things at speed. And it just seems like she needs a lot of work on that repetition and going back through it over and over again, trying to, push the limit, like out of her comfort zone.
Yep.
Yeah, I my heart goes out. I mean, she's such a talented rider. I mean, she's been riding a long time. I mean, she's national champion. She's a great climber, obviously. And I mean, she did say that there's been some hate on the internet, and she does not need some troll critiquing her descending on the internet. So please don't do that, fellas, because I assume that is that. But I mean, I've had some really hard crashes. She's had hard crashes. It does make it difficult. I was definitely not born with that fearless gene, and Mari's been my director, so he knows I can struggle at descending. and so I do know you have to work on it, but also it was so painful to watch, but also people be nice, please. Well,
and I mean, we've all seen it before where you have people who struggle with the descending, and it is something that's trainable. And also if the team, knows that that's an issue, and how much are they going to put into building a team around her? I mean, she's only 23 years old. She obviously is a great climbing talent. She's just coming back from her iliac artery surgery in January. So I think even improving that much in that short period of time, but really spending some time working on the descending is really going to help her. And there have been women before like Luperini who was winning all kinds of races in the 90s and 2000s and couldn't descend at first and then got much better through her career. So, I mean, I still think there's a great future for Sarah. And so it's like, I hope she doesn't get down on it too much and just takes it as a, something that she can learn from and really move forward and be motivated in that learning.
Can 100% learn it.
Learn it, 100%.
And look, she's probably never going to get to a place where she's going to, never, and I think it's safe to say, she's never going to go downhill like Pauline.
Well, she's like 100 pounds.
Right.
Well, Pauline's very little too.
But that's okay. Right. It's not about gaining an advantage. It's about minimizing your losses or eliminating your losses. But just to go back to and they reference this in the coverage on Peacock, whoever's throwing shade at anybody that's going down these descents in any of these tours, I'd love to put them at the top of Jouplan and say, go ahead, fire away. I'm telling you, it's super, super sketchy. Plus, you're at the end of 9 days. You're at the end of your rope. You're tired. This is also a mental game, right? You have to focus. It makes it that much harder. But look, what I would say to Sarah Gigante is it's learnable. European roads, and we were chatting about this during the race, the European roads, not that I'm some sort of roadologist, they are built differently than we built roads here in the United States, for example. And she comes from Australia. So there, but she comes from Melbourne. That's not the Alps and that's not the Rockies, right? And so you probably didn't grow up riding these things and being trained to figure out ways to do them. But there are ways to go downhill. Look, European roads are very predictable. What you see going into the corner almost all the time is what you're going to see coming out of the corner. And if that's not the case, if it is a surprise, they will let you know, right? In Europe, it does a very good job of this, that if there's all of a sudden some sneaky corner, they let you know, right? There's fleshes, and even the race will let you know. You have to trust the signs and if you want to get really granular here, trust the center line. That center line is going to tell you what is happening going into the corner and coming out of the corner. Mm-hmm. But there were times that there were they weren't even corners, and you could see her stop pedaling, start to hit the brakes. I'm like, no, full send. Like you just have to go. Mm-hmm. And if you get in there and you get in trouble, you got brakes, right? And so then you can use these brakes. By the way, too, we're on disc brakes now, right? These things work really well. She can absolutely learn this, whether that's with being with other people or just having somebody train her up. But you take that one downhill out of this, she's on the podium.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I did like that you said that the European roads are romantic, Lance. I thought that was a good comment.
They're more romantic on the way up, right? So, and we were sort of joking, but it's true. Like as in America, when we built roads, we're like, we're going there, just pave it. So that our climbs in the United States are not consistent. You go ride European roads. That's why you see climbs that are, 10, 12, 14 kilometers long at 8% the whole way, right? Here they're steep, flat.
Or they're just so wide open you don't need to be controlling your bike at all.
We just built them different, but nonetheless they are racing over there. So these roads are,
which is another reason why it's so important for kids to get over there racing early and learning how to race on these different types of terrain and stuff. Yeah, it's just you start to expect it and learn how to adapt.
Also today brought to you by Peak, right? I have recently discovered Peak's RE Fountain Electrolyte. This has been a game changer. 1 sachet a night, and I am relaxed. Just ask my wife, who's apparently here at the studio.
Yes,
is he relaxed?
Honey, back me up on this. I wake up refreshed, focused, and truly calm. No grogginess, no brain fog. It's like a soothing reset for your nervous system while you sleep. So what makes it special? It is crafted with Peak's proprietary triple biomaxed magnesium, 3 incredibly bioavailable forms that calm and support your brain. And here's a key for us athletes. This is by far the cleanest electrolyte out there. Within days, I felt more balanced, clearer, and my energy felt calmer. Honey. Head on over to Peak. I'm going to spell it. PIQUE Life. Peaklife.com/TheMove. Experience it for yourself. That's peaklife.com/TheMove.
I think we got to talk about Juliette Labousse. I mean, teammate of the year today.
So impressive.
She was like the bus of that breakaway group for a long time.
Yeah.
You said
she was Pauline's teammate too. But
yeah, that's what you said.
I mean, that's the way this works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. I mean, she's getting Christmas cards from both those ladies.
Exactly.
For sure.
Seriously.
And every time Demi attacked, and she would come back and then be on the front again.
Yeah. I felt bad because Demi would attack, and then of course the first person she drops is Juliette Labousse, her teammate, the only teammate in the group all day, and then she crawls back on, gets to the front, keeps working, sets Demi up to attack again, gets dropped. Man, domestique life is tough.
Towards the end, she was on the front. I think we had it. I mean, that was like a 30-minute
30K. Yeah,
that was a 30-minute. Yeah. It was a long pull. Nobody else took a pull.
No. Well, she was a good teammate for all in that group to ensure that they got higher up in GC.
And that's their. But look at it now. If you go down between Cassia 409. Gigante 640. So, I mean, she didn't even need to be doing. I
think Gigante was a little off today anyways. I mean, besides the fact of her descending on the climb when they started to go, she didn't really have that kind of jump that she had the other day. And, but it was obvious that none of them did. Vollering or, Katja. They were all on the limit.
Been a hard tour.
Yeah.
And she got stuck in the worst place ever. I mean, because of the downhill, she was truly in no woman's land.
Yeah.
Like all alone.
We all felt for her.
Yeah.
I would just be like, take those TV cameras off of me, please.
They're not leaving.
But how exciting this is. I realize that this is our 4th time here, guys, in Aspen, covering the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Thanks for having us. And we've had 4 different winners.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yep. And similar, outside of Pauline, I mean, pretty similar podiums, but 4 different winners.
Yeah. Anna makes sense retired, but that's exciting racing.
Yep.
It's just showing that this progression is going up, where we're watching these riders hit their all-time power numbers yesterday and going, the level's going up.
Yep.
And it keeps going up. And I think Kasia said something about how, I guess it's not good to have it's not good enough to have a little bit of improvements. You need to be keep leveling up, which Pauline just showed everybody, obviously.
Yeah. Well, they didn't, that was a new addition to the race. So that begs the question. I mean, Pauline came in, said, I want to win the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, which she very handily did. I'm assuming she wants to win again, right? I mean, is there a world where she goes back to mountain biking? And I mean, the lady that I saw today, or the last 9 days, she could show up to any mountain bike, any World Cup race, any Olympics, any Worlds, and win. She's that strong.
And possibly Rwanda would be an interesting.
We took a sneak peek of the World Championships in Rwanda. It's 11 more than 11,000 vert on the ladies' side. I think we thought 17 or 18,000 vert on the men's side.
Yeah, you might be watching another bike race.
5-star favorite.
But
can you imagine winning Worlds on the road, winning the Tour, and winning the Olympic gold medal all within
12 months?
12 months.
Yeah.
Well, I think she can imagine that, actually. I don't think it's that hard.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it,
But yeah, we've talked to Pauline a little bit, so I think we might have to bring her on the show to ask her what's next. And
just when I thought I was done talking about cycling for 2025.
And would you complain to talk to Pauline and ask her what's next?
Listen, I in my heart of hearts, I was going to retire for the rest of 2025. I'm done talking about cycling. But Pauline's coming on. I'll be here.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
PFP, I'll be here.
Yeah.
I will. No, she's amazing.
Just taught the world a lot about bike racing. Again, just year after year, and it's just incredible.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate to have athletes like this.
I also think, like, saying one more time how incredible it is how the French women rode in this tour too.
Yep.
I mean, they won so many stages and the overall. It's just kind of mind-blowing when a couple of years ago, the French were not really on the radar.
I mean, you have 4 French women in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the top 10, right? 4 French women, 2 Polish riders, 2 Australians. It shows you, I mean, the sport, it is cyclical, so countries come and go. But 4 riders from France in the top 10.
Yeah, I do want to give a little tilt of the hat to Dominika, the ended 5th that was in that breakaway today, Polish rider. This is only her 2nd year racing World Tour. She has a science degree. And she's from a small Polish town. And she actually was leading in her first World Tour race. She started last year in Tour Down Under, and she started leading the UCI World Tour points. And she was like, I literally just came from Poland, from a tiny town, and now I'm leading the Women's World Tour. And now she's 5th at the Tour de France, following Avec Zwift. And so, again, without her team leader, we're looking at Squibbin, who was so close to getting the Queen of Mountain jersey. Damien was like sprinting like a madman, trying to like keep it for Chabby, but that's questionable. But yeah, it's a good story, a good rider to watch. And yeah,
4th in the tour.
4th.
She moved up. Yeah, she moved up to 4th.
She's 4th.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen when I look away.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't look away.
crazy things happened on the down. That changed everything.
Yeah.
Right. Final thoughts and impressions of the 2025 Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift. By the way, huge win for Zwift and huge shout out. I mean, I know we already talked about it, but Zwift this is cool. Like what they've done for women's cycling, and it's rare that you can kind of brand an event like that. They've owned it, and good for them. Hats off to them.
Yeah. I think it's just, we're in such an exciting place to watch these incredible athletes and then keep pushing that level of what it's going to look like in the future. And then we're seeing all these messages coming in into how it's inspiring the next generation. I get a lot of questions where we don't have time to go through them all, like Lance's favorite sandwich, a sandwich named after you, Lance. But final thoughts is, I think this is just the Watch the Femme is like it's not just a movement anymore. This is just reality, and the sport is being elevated through this. And Zwift's investment in it is showing that really, like, the more we watch women, the more women win. And hopefully, we have some people that are very motivated watching what just happened out there in France.
I'm super excited to see what they, bring out for next year. Are they going to add a time trial, or how are they going to change this up a little bit and make it longer? But I'm excited to see what they bring out.
Yeah, I think finally for me, if I compare, because I sat here for a month and I talked every day about the men's race and I talked every day about the women's race. Both of them have 2 really strong similarities. One, first and foremost, they both were won by people that were so far better than everybody else, including second place. But if you didn't look at gender and if you just thought you were looking at robots and you said, I'm just going to watch a sporting event, right? And I mean this sporting event that we just watched, however it shook out. And again, Pauline was that good, but we didn't know that till yesterday, right? We were waiting for that. So the way that it was set up, the way that it was structured. So if you didn't know and you were just watching sports, this was a much better race. Right. And this was, as a fan, and maybe it's easier for me to watch women's cycling because I have so much history with men's cycling. But if I didn't know anything and I was just watching a sporting event, this is a better sporting event. And I can't say that enough times, and I can't say it loud enough. And I mean it. It was exciting. And so I'm with you. I don't know what they bring us for 2026, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And it's been fun. I mean, for us to sit here and talk about it and just have you like enjoying it the way you have been, it's been a fun time.
He's fangirling. He likes
fangirling.
Yeah.
Definitely fangirling.
He is fangirling, for sure.
Yeah, I had a lot of reflections in 2025. No, I did about that I'm not going to get into.
But how many incredible stories did we come out? We have Kim LaCour. We've got Mava. We have,
Mava.
Oh, come on. It is such a beautiful sport.
Stories.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories. And you know what? Sports, it doesn't matter the sport. Sports are built on stories, and sports are built on the backs of people and the athletes and the stars. And whether they could be heroic stories, they could be tragic stories, they could be comeback stories. Sports are the best place to tell these stories, and we saw a lot of them. I mean, been a heck of a 9 days. Lots of stories.
Time of our lives.
Yep. So, all right. Anything else?
Watch the Femme.
Watch the
Femme. All right. Well, I guess we're not going to be back tomorrow. We might be back soon when Pauline
wants to chat.
I hope
she will. She will.
Yeah, she'll be busy. Robin.
Final boomstick for Pauline. I'm sorry you get it 2 days in a row, babe, but
she deserves it.
You deserve this.
Boomstick today and overall.
And it was suggested, and she might want this sent to her, so we might need to make her own boomstick.
Okay, we can do that. All right, one final time. Thanks for tuning in, and
thank you guys.
Thanks to everybody at Peacock. And 3, 2, 1.
Bye.